Today's podcast of Heavy or Not, episode 91, has an opening, a closing, and an invite for 5 different engagements that I need your help with. This is Mark Roderkus. Hopefully you enjoy the show and tell your friends. We got a package today, and I'm so excited. I want to share it with you, and we'll do the opening together. Take out the little X-Acto knife. This is something that I haven't really done in a while, but I used to do it all the time. Packaging. Oh, looks good. I've got 5 copies of a brand new book. Little packing slip. Here it is. Get rid of some of the mental skills for young athletes by John Hogue, PhD. It's here in my hands. It's headed also to the author in Canada, and the spine looks good. That was one thing I was really worried about. It has an ISBN number on it. $25 retail. And you'll be able to buy that now that I've got it and it looks good. I don't think there are any typos in there, but if you find one, don't tell anybody. Well, you can let me know because we can always fix it up. So I've got my copies just arrived, and I got to find some willing buyers. Maybe we'll get this at the table at the WPIAL meet, or else maybe there's a meeting tonight over on the south side, and I'll waive it as an offer.
The Marshall Women's Swimming and Diving program is being cut because the school thinks they can get away with it and no one will care. I'm making this video to show them that people care. Hey, I'm Coach Jackie with all your women's sports news. This makes me so sad for this team, and I promise you just engaging with this video will help them. So Marshall is a D1 university in West Virginia, and this past Thursday, they informed the team that their program was being cut. This was a complete surprise to the team. There was no warning, there was no mention that this was even a possibility. To make matters worse, this is an important time for the team. They just left today for their conference championships. And conveniently, the Board of Governors is meeting to make a final decision on this team tomorrow, Tuesday at 12:30. But the team will be at their conference championships meet in Greensboro. They can't attend. They can't speak for themselves. It's a real low blow. So we're going to have to speak for them in this comment section. And also there's a petition you can sign, you can find on my page. And I can anticipate some questions. Yes, their scholarships will be honored until they graduate. And no, there is not a men's program. But this is a bigger picture problem to a thing that I think a lot of people don't know is happening. You're probably thinking, what about Title IX? Most people think about Title IX as you have to have the same amount of men's teams as women's teams. And Marshall has said they're going to use the money they make from this to give women other opportunities. We'll see how that plays out. But Title IX is really about the fact that schools cannot discriminate with their resources. And right now, for some reason, Title IX does not apply to NIL money. That means that a big wealthy booster alumni can come in and say, I have all this money, millions of dollars, and I'd like to give it just to the men's football and basketball programs, and that's completely legal. Right now, that's legal. So we're going to see a trend of schools cutting their Olympics programs and their women's sports programs because that's not what their NIL money is coming in for, and that's also not what they're putting their NIL money towards, which is not helping the programs grow at all. It is a glaring misinterpretation of what Title IX means to not have it apply to NIL money. It makes truly no sense to me. Right now, for some reason, it's entirely legal. Marshall just hired a new diving coach who relocated. More importantly, Marshall now has 28 student athletes who are going to have to make the difficult decision between competing in the sport they have always loved or staying at the school they have grown to love. You're going to cut this team, you're going to make the decision while they're literally competing and can't speak for themselves, and you're going to think you can get away with it. But you cannot, because I love women's sports, and everyone watching this video does too.
Hopefully you signed the petition. The link is in the show notes. And here is Marshall swim team leaving the pool deck for the last time.
From Edinburgh to Turkey, I'd like to
Are you a WPIAL swimmer, coach, parent, guardian, superfan? Then I'd like to pick your brain and have you fill out the form. I'm Mark Rodicus. I'm the color broadcaster for this year's WPIAL Swimming Championships. Your information can help us make a better broadcast. So your insights are welcomed. They'll be treasured with us, and we'll try our best to get them onto the show. You can also watch last year's show, and hopefully we're going to have some memories throughout the WPIAL Championships and on the way to the state finals as well. Thanks for being such a solid super fan for our great sport of swimming. I'm a broadcaster for this 2-day high school varsity swim meet, and I'm going to put a call out now to all other who announce and broadcast swimming and water polo meets. We're going to form a little mastermind group and be able to collaborate and help each other with the process of broadcasting swimming meets. So send me an email. 3 more calls to action where your help is greatly appreciated. We have 3 new people entering the International Swim Coaches Hall of Fame. If you know or are connected to Matt Kretich at the University of Tennessee, Ray Luz at Indiana University, or Kate Lunston in Minnesota, I want your help by sending us some photos and statements for the induction ceremonies. We're creating a tribute video for each of these new ISCA Hall of Fame members, and we want to put your input into that presentation. See the show notes for how to contribute.
Let's pause with today's fortune statement.
Access to success is through the mind.
This is not a quote to admire. It's a prompt to reflect on. Think about how this applies to what you're working through right now, whether that's training, competition, coaching, or life beyond the pool. Better yet, write about it. Reflection turns ideas into habits. This statement is drawn from the book Mental Skills for Young Athletes by John Hogg, PhD, a longtime sports psychologist based in BC, Canada. You can find the book at swimisca.com. Mental skills are trainable, but only if you slow down long enough to practice them.